Hello everybody, I am back with another video. This time I'm just recording my voice. Excuse me. And it won't be too long of a video. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit longer than the last 3 videos I've done in the past, but it won't be that long. So it's gonna be kind of like a long short video, if that makes any sense. But anyways, yeah, so I was just in my room, just thinking and reflecting on everything that God has brought me through, and everything that He has saved me from. And it makes me realize just how much He loves me. He had enough mercy on me to keep me in my right mind, to save me from dangerous situations that I put myself in. And even though I was being disobedient, even when I was trying to please my flesh and I knew it was wrong, he still had mercy on me. He still kept me, and He didn't have to do that. He could have allowed the enemy to overtake me, but He didn't. And of course, I've still faced, the consequences from certain choices that I've made. But it wasn't like as bad as it could have been, And I'm just like, wow, when I think about that, it's like, it just that alone just reminds me of how much he loves all of us. The fact that He, no matter how many times we've sinned, even when we knew better, He still had mercy on us. He still saved us from what could have been worse. Some people that's listening could have died. Some people that's listening right now could have lost everything. Some people that's listening right now could have caught an STD. Somebody that's listening right now could have gotten pregnant before their time. Somebody that's listening right now could have gotten locked up. Like, it's so much that could have happened, but He had enough mercy on you to keep you, to save you, to forgive you, to still love you in spite of what you did, in spite of you deciding to go your own way, even though you knew better, even though you knew that it was wrong, even though you knew that it was going to be displeasing to God. Every time I think about that, it just makes me so grateful, because it makes me think about the things that I do have and not so much about what I don't have. It shifts my mind, it shifts my mindset, to just not even complain about anything ever again in life, because my life could have been worse. I just thank Him, for everything that He brought me through, everything that He saved me from, everything that He got me out of, even though I've made those wrong choices myself and I knew it was wrong. He had enough mercy on me to save me, to keep me, to prevent the enemy from overtaking me. I'm just grateful. I have nothing to complain about at all. Like, when I think about that, it's just like, I don't even want to ever open my mouth to like complain about anything ever again in life, because my life could be a lot worse. I mean, oh man, it's just like, for the simplest things, like, wow. Wow. And it's just like, when I do reflect on it, it makes me emotional sometimes, because I'm just like, wow, he loves us all so much. And in spite of what we do, he still has a plan, and he still has a purpose for our lives. He's not like human beings. He's not so quick to just give up on you when you make a mistake. He's there, and he still loves you, and he's waiting for you, And it's like, wow, when I think about that, because sometimes I forget how much he loves me, and he loves his children. Sometimes, to be honest, like, I tend to have the mindset that God is mad at me, or, if I make this mistake, that he's mad at me, or he's constantly on me about my mistakes. And that's not true at all. That is not true at all. I mean, of course we need to repent for the sins that we commit, but God isn't, a God who's constantly judging you and saying, you did this, so I'm mad at you, and because of that, I'm going to cut you off. He's not that God. He's a loving God. He's a loving God, and he accepts us, where we're at, just like the disciples with Jesus Christ. He accepted them where they were at, and he still chose them to be his disciples. He didn't call out all their sins and say, oh, you did this, you did that, you did that. He invited them to be his disciples. And what they did in the past and all that didn't matter. It didn't matter after that. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I hope it helps somebody. Excuse me. I don't know, my throat keeps doing it. Yeah, so. But yeah, one thing before I go, I would just encourage you all to read the book of Matthew in the Bible. It really talks about Jesus's character and just his love, for us, and it really demonstrates his power and how much he loves all of us. So I just encourage you all to read the book of Matthew. I hope this helped, and I don't know, I'm not very good with excuse me, I'm not very good with these podcast things, but I just wanted to say that, and I really hope it helped. Well, yeah, until next time, God bless you all, and good night.